1, 2, 3. Good morning, good morning. I'm so excited to be here today. I want to thank my colleagues who brought very exciting topic about AI. I want to do a little bit of step back because I believe AI is part of that emerging technologies that are being thrown from different stages, from different topics. But what I want to highlight is a little bit of step back, talking about some kind of I would say personal thing that I went through in the journey when I do projects here in Qatar. Just speaking of me, my name is Alibek. Again, I'm almost 14 years in digital and tech industry, 8 years in Qatar. No products, different products. We build different kind of projects here in this country. And one thing that I understood is the lack of product culture in most of the organization. This is, I would say, my personal pain point, which I wanted to share today based on our experience in QIC. I was 1 year in one of the leading food delivery startup. Basically, I was part of the Snunu team back in 2020, and in 2021 I joined QIC as a part of our business development team, and we built as a part of the department QIC Digital Hub from scratch. Couple of words about QIC Group. I believe most of you know, one of the biggest insurers in the region, top one in terms of total assets in the region. It's the largest insurance group in the region, also by equity, and we have a diversified portfolio throughout different geographies all around the world, from Bermuda all the way to Singapore. And specifically where we are focusing and what we are looking after is the region. We're talking about 4 countries: Qatar, UAE, Oman, Kuwait, and in 2026 we are expanding to Saudi. So just before start this conversation about the product, specifically I'm talking about digital product, I just want to ask how many of you are from tech companies? Tech companies, like those software developers. Okay. How many of you are from the companies who use tech on a daily basis? I would say majority, 90%. Okay, great. Do we have someone in among of you who are representing product teams, product teams, CPOs, chief product officers? Okay, then it's good. Because I believe that's one of the most important things, because my today message will be mainly for those companies who want to understand what is the product culture. And I can see like a couple of hands raised only when I said who is representing product. Because here is the confusion. What is product? Product versus platform. Product versus the service that we sell. Today, because the name of today's event implies that we're talking about digital transformation, we're going to talk about digital product. That's why we're going to go to the discipline called product management, product development, and we will talk about the role of product owners and chief product officers. Why I'm calling it step back? Because at the end of the day, with all due respect, AI, in my opinion, yes, it's one of the emerging technologies which is changing entire landscape, but at the end of the day, AI would be enhancing existing processes and will amplify what I call human intelligence. AI will be amplifying human intelligence. When I say that I mean artificial intelligence will be built on top of properly built processes, which I want to talk about today. So, what is product? Definition of product is very simple. In our case, product is anything that we build where our customers interact with our services and products end to end, from the first touch point all the way till the retention. What I mean by this, and maybe most of you heard about something called digital funnel. Why I brought this flip chart here, I just wanted to show how we look at the product. So in the middle of any journey we have product, digital product, be it website, app, even Instagram page could be a product. On top of it, what we are doing, we are driving traffic from different channels. Be it PPC ads, be it TikToks, Facebook search, and so on. And then when it goes through this product, it brings in the end, as a part of the funnel, the money in the end. So this is in the middle and the heart of this funnel is basically the product. What I wanted to showcase here, the product portfolio of QIC. These are the products which are making on a daily basis a huge amount of revenues, just because we create the products which is really needed for our users in terms of user behavior, in terms of user needs. So on the left side is one of the award-winning, it's still on the product market fit stage, QIC app. Who has a QIC app? Please download the app and give me feedback after my speech, because I want to hear from you. But I believe this is one of the products which will be seen in the market very soon. We are still in the product market fit stage. In November we are going to the full go-to-market stage. But as of now, the product already has more than 90,000 users, and we have more than 20 different features developed on that mobile app. Second, one of the products that we are proud of is basically QIC.online, the product that we iterate on a daily basis to bring a seamless journey to our customers. And the third one is our QIC blog, is basically our own media that we are trying to create in order to bring and generate sales on a daily basis. It's just to give you a little bit of context from where we started in 2021 and where we are today with those products. In numbers, in 2021, when we took over QIC Online, annually we were generating roughly around 40-45 million riyals per annum. After applying all our techniques that I'm going to share today, we increased our sales by 3 times. So in 2024, the QIC Online website generated more than 150 million riyals per annum. So this is the power of proper product management. Key pillars. I think just to be very practical, and I wanted you to go with some exact takeaways that you can go and implement in your businesses after this conversation. I just wanted to make it very simple and very straight to the point. Planning, measurement, test and learn, and agile iteration. Let me go one by one, each of it. And we know all that the planning is one of the most important, the most, I would say, simple and banal step, but for some reason, most of the organization is neglecting that part. It is very important to plan, because fail to plan is planning to fail. And planning part, I just wanted to introduce very simple framework which you can use on a daily basis when you do your plan. Not only annual plan, but also your quarterly, monthly, and weekly plannings. So S, basically the status quo, where you are today. T is a target, where you want to be. A is action plan. R is resources needed to achieve your point B at your target, responsible people, and timeline. So basically each of this part of the framework has a specific question that you need to answer when you do the annual planning and when you do the monthly and weekly plannings in your product development. So basically what I want to share is very simple. Start with the planning in the beginning of the year. And one of the most important part, this is again, I'm saying, maybe for some of you it sounds kind of, banal and very kind of simple level, but a lot of companies, a lot of organizations that I worked with, usually this part is neglected. What I mean by planning, and another thing is basically the tools that we use for the planning and our weekly meetings that we call basically the synchronizing the heartbeat with the team in order to make things happen so it's a banal planning and banal management of things. So basically how to navigate the journey from point A to point B is very important. This is one of the main pillars of the product management. Second thing, here is just some example of the tools that I believe most of you are using in different places. In our day-to-day management, we use the tool called ClickUp. This is basically the task manager for our teams. Jira is, I believe most of you, those who are somehow involved in the tech teams, use Jira. My personal best is the Xmind. It's basically the mind map which we use on a weekly and daily basis to mind map all our plans. And of course, Notion. I believe most of those tools, yes, it's a very kind of simple tools, but I would say you shouldn't neglect and should go and then organize your planning process properly. Second is very important. I believe most of you heard this quote a lot of times: what gets measured gets managed. You cannot manage things which are not properly measured. Can I ask the audience, who among you has a Whoop, the watch, yeah? Whoop? No Whoops? Okay, Apple Watch? Who calculates the steps on a daily basis? Sleeping? Yeah. So I believe those, I use Oura Ring specifically for my sleep measurement. Yeah. So the point is very simple. If you want to manage something, you have to measure it. I believe, again, very banal statement, but for some weird reason, a lot of organizations do not have deep analytics. So going back to the funnel that I started this conversation from, I wanted to just highlight each and every step of this funnel should be measured. So basically, we're talking about different types of conversions, right, on the funnel. So basically, the funnel starts, if we talked about the, let's take as an example, QIC Online as a website, to which we are bringing traffic from different sources, I said, be it Google search. Basically, Google search is almost 60% of our traffic is coming from Google search. Any other social media platforms, influencers, offline ads, and so on and so forth. If we are bringing the traffic here, say, let's say you had a reach of 1 million here. You converted it here to the platform, say 10% of it. Here is the conversion, yeah? So out of 1 million, we have 100,000 people who click the website, who come to the website, who click the ads and click through, come to the website. Out of this 100,000 people, let's say with a conversion rate of 10%, we converted roughly around 10K people to become our users. Multiplied by average check, let's say, I don't know, $50. So you can do your math, 5 million. So this is pretty much how very simple a funnel look like. And what I believe, most of the organizations, when they start their journey, they start from abrupt journey somewhere here, somewhere here, somewhere here, but do not look at it as a whole system of digital funnel. And why I'm highlighting this, because one of the most important part of this funnel is measuring the conversion, 10%, and measuring the traffic sources. Yeah, it's a very simple part, but what I believe, this simple part makes us, as I explained in the beginning, to increase our sales on digital channel by 3x only in 2.5 years. So this is, we're talking about jump from 50 million to 150 million. No kind of secret behind, no kind of, it's just a daily planning, daily measurement of what we are doing and increasing the funnel. Does it make sense so far? Okay. So yeah, when I say measurement, the most important part about the measurement is basically your established proper BI team. Who in the organization does have BI team? Business intelligence and data team. Okay, let me call it data analytics team. Okay, who doesn't have BI and data analytics separate teams in your organization? Who doesn't have? Yeah, you have to have it. Because again, let me explain. In our team, roughly around 15 data analytics people working in a team, doing job on a daily basis. That team we are now doubling down because of the wave of AI is coming, and we are planning to increase the team as well. So BI analytics is one of the most important part of the product management. And basically, without analytics, you drive a vehicle without a gauge. So blind managers trying to lead the blind kind of people who are executing the strategies. So this, I believe, this picture illustrates the situation in most of the organizations where you do not have proper BI measurement and BI analytics in place. Number 3, very simple, agile and iterative approach. What I mean by agile and iterative approach is very simple. We are talking about two things. To bring hypothesis to find drivers and remove stoppers. So basically stoppers, what I mean by stoppers? Stoppers, I call them conversion killers. So those who are bringing this 10%, I don't know, to 5%, what is stopping the journey? What is kind of the clogs in the journey of the customer? What is the agile iterative approach? It's basically very simple. How to identify conversion killers and how to identify drivers of the conversion. So the point is very simple. I draw this on purpose because I believe this is very simple, but at the same time, very effective technique that you can use already today in your business. The point is very simple. We need to understand how to make this 10% to become 20, 30, 40, and ideally 100% at the end of the day. So this is our main point. And to improve the drivers of the, to identify the drivers, I just want to highlight there are only 3 main drivers of growing any business. Driver number 1, how to widen the funnel, how to bring more traffic to the funnel, to the system. So instead of 1 million, how to make it 2 million. This is the first driver. Driver number 2, how to increase conversion on each and every step. This is driver number 2. Driver number 3, how to increase your LTV, how to increase your lifetime value. So this is one of the most important parts. So basically, what I'm trying to say, if you have a proper team, proper management, proper planning, you will be able to find those drivers and those stoppers and work on it on a daily, weekly, and monthly basis. It's not approach where you do it evergreen or once in a year. And last but not the least is very simple. Once you have planning in place, once you have measurement in place, once you identified all the hypotheses, what you do on a daily basis, test, test, and test. Test and learn. So basically, another thing that we come up with on the go, when we were doing all our tests, so this is some examples of the tests. You can do tests on the advertising part, basically top of the funnel. You can do the tests on the middle of the funnel. You can do the tests on the bottom of the funnel. Here you can see different variants of A/B tests. And on the go, when we do this type of tests, we don't just test and learn, but we also test and earn. So this is one of the most important things that you just do on the go tests, which will allow you also earn money and reiterate, bring hypothesis again. That's why one of the things, if you can see it, it's called Hadi cycles. Hypothesis, insight, data, action. Hypothesis, insight, data, action. Hypothesis, and so on and so forth. To make this happen, the most important part, of course, talents. This is one of the things that I would put, it's not a pillar of the product management, it's a pillar of any business, especially the pillar of any business in Qatar, talent. To make it happen, for example, to bring hypothesis, you need proper product management team. To bring proper funnels on top of the funnel, you need proper marketing teams. To make tests on the tech possible, you need to have a very strong and top-notch tech team. I just want you to give applause to our team here. This is the team who is behind all the magic happening in QAC. Yeah. And I want to finish with a very simple statement. Don't complicate, plan, measure, hypothesize, and test. Thank you so much.